Are we on?
I'm just a
I'm just kidding.
co-host.
I got it. Hey guys, welcome into the DJ Preps Football Preview Show, the second edition for the 2020 football season. Brad Locke here with Dillon Barnes, and well, we're going to do what we do every week. We're going to look back at how we did on the predictions last week, and then we'll have some games to watch, and then we'll have the we still don't have a better name than Double Treble Award.
Yeah.
We could still call it the Broughton Award if we wanted to.
Yeah. Just as like a tribute to
nobody
Doug.
can stop us.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see about it. So, hey, before we go any further, though, again, thanks to our sponsor, Pizza Doctor. Check them out over at the old mall, as they used to call it, in Tupelo, off of South Gloucester, near Crosstown, Gloucester Creek Village. That's what it's called. Okay. So, thank you to them, and this pizza is delicious, by the way.
Midtown Point.
Midtown Point, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's get the bad part over with first, Dillon. Predictions. We made predictions last week. We both went 0-3.
Yeah. We're not good at our jobs.
Sorry, Pontotoc. I think they were a bit miffed.
Yeah.
Didn't we predict blowout of that one?
Yeah. That one's the one that stung the most. Was, the other two were like conceivable. Like we kind of kept the score like a one possession game. Pontotoc, we had them both losing by 2 or 3 touchdowns, something like that. At least that. And so
they showed up.
We weren't even close.
We'll take credit for it. We motivated them.
Exactly.
Inspired
You're welcome.
them.
You're welcome,
Yeah.
Pontotoc. So.
Yeah, so we'll try to do better this week. Although if we go 0-3 again, I think we're just going to cancel the show.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the 3 games to watch this week. Week 2 for MHSAA teams. West Point at Tupelo. Both teams looking to bounce back from week 1 losses. West Point lost to Starkville in a tight one. Tupelo went on the road and lost to Neshoba Central. Offense did not look particularly sharp that game. So both trying to bounce back. Should be a great game, though. 2 really good teams. So let's jump into the keys to the game. For Tupelo, key number 1, Tupelo hang on to the dang ball. They had 11 dropped passes last week.
Yeah,
Dillon.
that's not going to get it done. You gotta catch the ball when it's thrown to you.
And that's a big reason Jake Ware's numbers were not so great, because his guys were not holding on to the ball. Key number 2 for West Point, just, do your thing. You got 2 guys that can run for 100-plus yards. You got a really good defense, although they had a tough game against Starkville last week, but, they've got a Florida State commit at quarterback. So he's going to tear up a lot of defenses this year.
Right.
So West Point just has to be West Point, and they'll be in the game. And then, of course, the most important key is key number 3. Which team has the Cooler Wave logo? Anyone?
I don't know.
Now, Tupelo's got the whole Tulane-looking thing going
Yeah.
on. And I guess West Point just has the wave going over the W, as far as I know.
That West Point's wave looks more like an actual ocean wave, where Tupelo's really does look like a blanket. So
Them blankets, as they say.
So if you were saying which one's the better wave logo, it's got to be West Point because it actually looks like a wave, right? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know.
Let's do predictions, Dillon. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Oh, it's a tough one. I don't know. I picked West Point last week because I usually will pick West Point because they usually win. They haven't lost 2 in a row in, since I don't know when. It's been years.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll take West Point. And a bit of a defensive struggle, 23-21.
I'm also going West Point. I just think they're just too good to lose 2 weeks in a row. And they played the best quarterback in the state. And Starkville's receivers made plays.
Yeah.
And, Tupelo's got to prove it, I think, to to get there. So I say West Point 28-17.
I hope Ty Harden doesn't block us on Twitter. Game number 2, Lafayette at Oxford. Big rival game here, Crosstown Classic. Both teams 1-0, coming off impressive season opening wins. Keys to the game, key number 1, Lafayette quarterback Tyrus Williams and his new offensive line, 5 new starters this year, versus the Oxford linebackers. They got some good guys back there. Keegan Wilfon, Alex Sanford. Sanford just a sophomore, but Chris Cutcliffe, the Oxford coach, is really high on his potential. Williams, of course, very mobile quarterback. I think he had over 100 yards last week rushing. And their win over Horn Lake. So be an interesting matchup there. Key number 2, Oxford quarterback Michael Harvey versus Lafayette safety Brendan Tolles. Harvey is a first-year starter, so he's kind of fresh meat for this Lafayette defense. And Tolles he's a Mississippi State commit.
Mm-hmm.
So and he's a very good player. So
Right.
be interested to see if he can bait Harvey into making any mistakes. I think he has some other good defensive players too.
Right.
And then key number 3: does Chris Cutcliffe have more dad power than Michael Fair due to having like 18 kids? And does that factor into a game at all? Dad power, dad energy, dad strength.
I don't know. I'm not a dad.
Dad
so,
jokes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 18 kids, but like I can talk. I've got 5.
Yeah.
So,
which
he's got
one
6.
deals with more teenagers? Do any of them have
Well,
teenagers?
his are all young. Chris's are all really young.
Yeah,
I
but
honestly have no idea how many kids Michael Fair has.
I don't know either, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That could play into it maybe.
Yeah, you never know. Prediction time. You go first, Dylan.
All right, yeah. Well, I don't know who you're going to choose, but I know Oxford's kind of dominated this series recently. I feel good about Lafayette though this week. I think Lafayette, having Tyrus Williams back. They didn't have him last year after that injury and stuff. I know Oxford's the defending 6A state champions, and it might seem bold, I guess, to pick against them. But I'm going Lafayette. No, that's too high. Well, yeah, no. Lafayette 31, Oxford 24.
Not so fast, my friend. I like Oxford and what they've got coming back, even though they lost a lot. I think Cutcliffe has them in shape to get the job done. If they can play pretty mistake-free football and not let that Lafayette defense really take advantage. So I'll say Oxford, 28-24. There we go. So there's no chance that we both go 0-3 this week.
Exactly, that's a good thing.
And finally, we got Boonville at New Albany. Boonville 1-0, coming off a win over Ripley. New Albany 0-1, coming off that overtime loss to Pontotoc. 3 keys to the game. Key number 1, that Boonville defense versus C.J. Hill and A.I. Nugent, the running backs for New Albany. Ripley last week, you covered that game, Dylan. They had nearly 200 yards rushing. So
Right.
Boonville looked like maybe they were a little bit vulnerable against the run.
Right, yeah. And it's a Ripley's rushing attack's a little different running that
True.
rear option than what New Albany does. But they definitely showed that you at times can run the ball on them. But Boonville kind of buckled down in the fourth quarter when things got tight and it mattered. So
yeah. Okay. Key number 2, Boonville quarterback John Daniel Deaton versus that New Albany defense. Which had trouble in the second half against Pontotoc.
Mm-hmm.
And Deaton is about as efficient as they come, as he showed last week. 13 of 15, 158 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. It's pretty good.
yeah, and I think he
Just like
completed all 13 of those passes was to 10 different receivers.
Yeah.
So like they spread it out. No receiver had more than 2 catches. So they got weapons everywhere. So
Yeah, and I think he's like a third-year starter
Mhm.
for them. And then key number 3, if these teams consolidated, would they be called the Bull Devils or the Blue Dogs? I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't know why I put that.
Bull Devils seems pretty intimidating.
It does, though. I'd go with Bull Devils.
Yeah, Blue Dogs is makes it seem like they're like beating up dogs or something.
But a blue dog, like a blue tick hound, hunting dog,
Yeah, but
gonna hunt you down and I don't know. Okay, prediction time. I'll go first. I think Boonville pulls it out. I'll say 31-28.
well, I'm not gonna be mean and give you the Corso line, but I'm going opposite of you. And I know, listen to me, New Albany. I know I picked you last week and you let me down, but I believe in you this week. I think your offense is really good. You put up 35 points, but got to get the defense together, and I believe you will. And I got New Albany winning 35-28.
All right. Dylan going out on a limb with a couple of these picks, maybe.
Hey, we got to shake things up. I started 0-3, so we got to do something.
That's right. Okay, so those are the games to watch. Just 3 of several games being played in the Daily Journal coverage area this week. We'll be at several of those games. Let's wrap it up here with the Double Treble Award. We still need a better name for that. We're open to suggestion. This week it goes to Derek Burgess and Mario Wilburn of Lafayette in a 21-6 win at Horn Lake. Burgess, a defensive lineman, had 10 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 1 fumble recovery. And Wilburn, a linebacker, had a team-high 11 tackles. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
Lafayette's defense. That's why I picked them.
You're good. All right, that's it. That's all for this episode of the DJ Preps Football Preview Show. Also, check out our podcast, by the way. Every Wednesday, you can find it on iTunes, any of your podcast apps, or online at preprally.djournal.com. Follow us on Twitter at djournalpreps. Look for our coverage. This Saturday is e-edition or online at djournal.com. And once again, thank you to Pizza Doctor for sponsoring the program. Delicious pizza over there at Midpoint. I always forget John Luke. What is it?
Midtown Point.
Midtown Point. Something. It's Good stuff. I'll see you next time.